Hey guys, how are you? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good day so far. It's nice out, so I'm having a bomb day. I got some good news earlier. So good news is always a energy booster. Anywho, so I wanted to talk about Iyanla own released the preview to the episode with Trina Braxton, one of the Braxton sisters, Tony Braxton, Tamar's sister. If you don't know. And I found it interesting when she said, I wonder how your mother is going to feel when she finds out that she raised you guys to be mean and bitter women. And I was like, finally, somebody said it. And I hate to say that. I hate to do... Okay, so y'all just going to run the light like you're right. All right. Anyway, I hate to say that, but it's true because I'm driving, headed to an appointment. Anyway, it was interesting because it's true. Like, if you watch the episodes and you see how her mom still treats her dad, you can tell that she is still hurt about that. Like, 30-something years later, she's still hurt about it. And I'm sure, you can tell, like, when the girls are talking to each other and when they had that dinner, that blow-up dinner, where the dad and the wife showed up, and she said, we had to listen to mommy cry. We heard mommy's side of the story. We had to be there for our mom, which lets you know that while, the parents were going through what they were going through, she basically fed it to the children, and they only had her side of it because the dad wasn't there anymore and the dad wasn't talking to them. So all they had was her side of it, which was her hurt, her pain. They watched how she dealt with it. And she put that into the girls. Clearly, like, all of them have failed relationships. All of them are hurt. All of them, are going through divorces and they all, have issues with, public issues with their husbands. And, of course, they all handle it in different ways. But they all get really mouthy and can, I guess, be disrespectful to their men, and it shows. So it's like, and then you heard Tamar, she would say, mommy used to tell us every man cheats. So she really did feed her hurt and her feelings about her relationship to her girls, and it's showing now. And I just found it interesting, and I'm really curious as to how this episode is going to play out. I'm like excited to see it. And I feel like a lot of women should learn from it, especially black women, because this is our story. For a lot of us, this is our story. Our moms were hurt by something our dads did, and we saw it. We heard it. We watched however they handled it. A lot of this is, we can relate to it. And not only that, but how we are now. Is history repeating itself for ourselves? What are we telling our children? What are we exposing our children to? Is it the same thing that we were exposed to? And a lot of times, and I know a lot of people are going to be offended, but I mean, hey, you're only going to be offended if there's some truth to it. A lot of black women are narcissists, and we don't realize that we are. We can be, manipulative and controlling, and we can play mind games, and some people purposely do it for an outcome. The women that do, play on men's emotions, or play play with their heads for money or whatever they're getting out of the situation. But some women have built this up as a defense mechanism. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want things to repeat. So to protect yourself, I'm only going to let you get so close. I'm going to have a guard up. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to protect myself. Not realizing that we're becoming something that we're not in the process, or we're losing our purity. We're losing, our good hearts. We're losing our trust in people. We're losing our ability to have a genuine love because we're scared, which is natural. That's going to happen. You know, you get hurt so many times, even if it's not from relationships. You get hurt by your parents, you get hurt at work, you get hurt from friendships. You know, you go through things in life, and if you are wise, you alter based on the experiences that you have. So it's not I'm not saying it is a bad thing to be a narcissist, but it's understood. You know, we understand why you do it. However, we can't stay that way. You know, what you created for yourself to get through that time is not going to get you to the next place. That helped you for that moment. That helped you for that phase of your life. But when you're trying to move on to other things, if you are trying to move on to other things, it's going to require a different you. So I say all that to say, you know, I'm curious, like, how this episode is going to play out, and I hope that Trina takes heed to whatever comes out of it and that she doesn't resist it. And I hope that, you know, a lot of people will watch it and see themselves, not watch it just to jump on social media and give their unsolicited opinions, but to really, like, see, like, does this apply to me? Is there something I can get out of this? And I'm like, and then it was like, well, Trina, y'all, you know, I thought you guys were divorced. Now, of course, she wants a healthy situation for her children, clearly. But I respect the fact that after everything, Gabe still loves her enough and wants growth for himself enough to show up. You know, he's still willing to go through this with her for her growth. And vice versa. She loves him enough to go through it with him. So, you know, it's what's that, you know, I respect that. I appreciate that, because a lot of people walk away and hate each other and not willing to sit down and have a conversation, i.e. Evelyn Braxton. You know, so I respect the fact that she is realizing there's a problem and she's trying to go about it a different way. So I want to see what happens, and I'm definitely going to be watching for my own growth. You know, I'm not married, but yeah, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a video for another day. But I just wanted to share that. You know, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. You know, subscribe, you know, share. Let me know what you think. Let's start a conversation about it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.